Hi, it's David with United Trust Bank. When you're applying for a loan, there's basic documentation that every lender is going to require. So you want to start putting that together to make it easy when you apply for your pre-approval or apply for your actual loan application. So basically, the rule of thumb is we need two of everything. So, for example, there's income documents. Well, we're going to need your two most recent pay stubs. We're going to need your two most recent W-2s from your employer. We're going to need asset statements to show the funds that you're using for your down payment and closing costs. We're going to need the two most recent bank statements. Same thing if you're showing any retirement accounts or investment accounts, we'd need two of those. So generally the rule is two of everything. Now, there are some things that some people need to provide that not everyone else does. So for example, if you're self-employed, in that case, or 1099, if you're self-employed or 1099, we're going to need your last 2 years federal tax returns. If you file business returns and you own more than 25% of the company, we're also going to need the last 2 years business tax returns. If you do have any K-1s or 1099 statements, we're going to need those as well for the last 2 years. And that's in addition to any W-2s or pay stubs if you also get that type of income. Same thing on the assets if you're self-employed, two of everything. If you own any real estate, we do need to document that too. Now, if you own a house and you're selling it prior to closing on the new house, we don't need to worry about it. But if you own a property that you're either renting or you're going to retain and maybe sell later or keep it as a second home or vacation home, then we do need to document that property. And that would require a copy of any mortgage statements, first or second mortgages, a copy of the homeowner's insurance declarations page, a copy of the property tax bill if it's not escrowed in a mortgage, and we would also need HOA statements if there are any HOA fees. Finally, if you have rental income from that property or you're going to be having rental income from a departing residence, we then would need the signed lease as well to show the rental income. If you've already owned a property and it's been on your tax returns for prior years showing rental income, we would need the tax returns to document that correctly. If you have a divorce that's gone through, we would need to document that with the filed divorce decree, as well as any support agreements to show any payments that you're required to make or any income you're receiving. If you've had a bankruptcy in the past, we'll typically need to get a copy of the discharge and filing, depending on when the timing of that was. Every loan program has different requirements on the seasoning for a bankruptcy, so the rules on that are tough to explain just in a simple, quick video. But those are the basic documents that every lender is going to need. Now, there will be additional things that come up. We may have to source a deposit that went into your bank account, or maybe you sold a car and you had a $20,000 deposit that showed up. So there are additional things that we need. We need to show like the earnest money clearing your account once you write that deposit check when you're buying a house. Those are things that we get during the process. But for the initial pre-approval, it's the basic income, assets, property, and your credit. So if you have any questions on what's needed, or you're not sure why we would need that one particular document because you don't think it applies, let me know. We can have a conversation and go through it. I like to do a very thorough pre-approval. I don't like surprises. I know my clients don't like surprises, and I know their real estate agents definitely don't like surprises. So when I give a pre-approval, we review all of this stuff up front. We review the credit in detail. We run the loan through automated underwriting findings through Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac or through FHA's system. We want to make sure that we have a rock solid pre-approval. And that's why getting all this documentation up front is key. So make sure when we ask for it, you provide it promptly, and you'll be very happy and glad you did going forward. Have a terrific day. Thanks.